Hello. We will discuss some of the admin functions in Smart Advocate during this section, and specifically we will talk about users, creating new users, user configuration, and user permission groups. These features are accessed through the admin functions or the admin dropdown on the top toolbar in Smart Advocate. So in admin, we will go to users. And that will list for us the current users that are both active and inactive in the system. And also, that's the section you would go to where you want to create a new user. As a side note, it's possible to create a contact card ahead of time for the individual user you want to create in Smart Advocate. If you did not create the contact card ahead of time, the system will allow you to do so when you're creating the actual users. In the top left-hand corner of the screen, we will go to Add New User. There's an Add New User tab there. And it will take us to a dialog box which will ask us to put in the pertinent information for the new user we want to create in the system. The login name, it's pretty straightforward. It's you create a login name that the user will use to log into Smart Advocate, and here we're going to create a sample user. Okay, and a password that will be assigned to that user. Password will not display. And then, of course, the contact name. As I said initially, if you had already gone ahead and created a contact card for this new user, then you'd be able to pick from this list of existing contacts. If you did not create a contact card ahead of time, you could go ahead and add a new contact right from this screen. So we'll do that. We'll add a new contact, and of course then we'll put in the pertinent new user's information. Last name, first name, and so on. So I put in a last name, Broderick, and a first name, Jamie. Need to designate the gender. And the rest of the screen you could fill in, for example, address, telephone number, and so on. So we'll just go ahead and put in the address. And as you all perhaps know, in Smart Advocate, we have all the zip codes for the cities, counties, and states built in. So you can just go right to the zip code area, enter the zip code, and then it will fill in the rest of the information for you. The other information, you could go ahead and fill them in as appropriate. And of course, we're going to save this contact. And that will now populate in the contact name on the Add User screen. You would need to select the default case role for this user. From the drop-down list, let's say we're going to, the default case role for this person is paralegal. Quite often the firm role is the same, but if it's different, you just pick the appropriate firm role. And of course, a billing rate, that's for the ability to, in the disbursement section of the file, of a specific file, you can, of course, put in the